Hey, I'm Melody Angel. I'm an independent artist.
Do we have any gigs, Murray?
Yes, I've got an answer for that. No.
And in today's episode, I'm going to be walking you through my pedal board. This is my pedal board. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Baby, you're just my speed.
It's my favorite song. It's called Purple Rain.
So I'm gonna say something right off the bat about pedal boards. I have to give this disclaimer. I think I always do. Do not use pedal boards to make yourself seem like a better guitarist than you are. You will never be what you want. You'll never reach the level of playing that you want to reach if you use pedals to do it. There's no easy way around it. You have to practice. You have to dedicate yourself and practice without any effects. I plug into my amp, I put everything on 5, right up the middle, and I practice because I want to hear every mistake. I want to hear every phrase. Am I really reaching my full potential when I'm playing, you know? And I'm so grateful. I'm actually grateful that I was super broke when I first got my guitar. When my mom got me my guitar from a pawn shop when I was 15, we did not have money for any real accessories. I had to get an amp from like Walmart, one of those $20 amps, and I had it for like 2 years before I got like a Blues Junior. I saved up to get a Blues Junior, and I used that amp, just that amp, for the first 5 or 6 years of my career. It was the best thing that could have happened to me because I realized that if I wanted to get better every year, it had to be on my own with no help from pedals. And so when you add the pedals and create the tones that you want, you're doing it from a place of like, okay, I'm already good, but I want to sound like this. Now you're designing your tone, which helps to design your style. And that should happen organically. That's all I'm gonna say. So now when I make up a pedal board, what I'm trying to do is recreate the tones that I created during the making of my album. So when I was working on my album, I made whatever tone for my guitar, and that's all I'm trying to do with a pedal board now, is recreate the album tone for my live shows. So let's get into my pedals. First of all, my pedal board starts with the actual pedal board, which is a Pedal Train Metro 16. It's the perfect size for me. It fits right in my book bag. The power source is a 529i Mission Engineering rechargeable battery. It's amazing. There's no more dirty power, y'all. It's on a rechargeable power source, so I don't have to plug into any dirty power, and it's freaking amazing. Let's talk about now how my pedal board starts. My pedal board starts with the Crybaby Mini Wah. It's been on my board for years. I love it. It's a part of my overall tone, and it has been for as long as I can remember. The Mini Wah sounds just like a regular wah, okay? Except it's smaller and less bulky, you know. And like I said, I've been using it for years. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about it. Which way am I going? Oh, Jesus. Wrong way. See? I'm focused on y'all and not focused on which way I'm supposed to be going here. Anyway, starts with the wah, and it goes directly into an overdrive pedal, the Plumes overdrive pedal. And the Plumes goes directly into the blues driver, the Boss blues driver. And how I use those, I use these two pedals together like this. So the blues driver is my main tone. That's how I get my main tone. And just to say, the blues driver is freaking amazing. It's so easy to dial in whatever tone you're looking for. You can get that clean, slightly dirty tone real easy. You can get super dirty tone that almost sounds like fuzz. You can be right up the middle and just have it as a regular overdrive pedal. There's so much you can do. So yeah, if you're really just looking for the best pedal to dial in your tone, I would 100% recommend the Boss blues driver. And I have the Waza Craft version of the blues driver, and it just gives you a little bit more options as far as the variations of tones and that you can get from it. But yeah, it's great. So I use that as my overall tone base, and then I use the Plumes as a boost. I don't know, I just tried this one day and it worked so well on my record when I was doing solos, when I did it like this, that I wanted to keep it. So what I do is I use the blues driver. It's on all the time, right? And then when I solo, I press on the Plumes and I turn that volume like all the way up, and I give myself a little bit of gain on that. And so when I hit it, it cuts through. It cuts through to be a boost for my soloing. And that's how I do it. That's how I've figured that out. It's amazing. It worked great on my records, and it's working great live. So it really cuts through when I'm trying to solo. I just now have to remember to press on it again when I go back to rhythm. So I'm getting comfortable doing that, because usually when I use pedals, I usually just click everything on and nothing ever goes off. I never like do any kind of tap dancing. But with this situation, I do have to remember to go back and forth. Other than that though, the next pedal is what's the next pedal? Oh, the next pedal is the Ocean's 11 Reverb.
You told me that your wife said that he called it Ocean 11. Now who decided that? I'm a private contractor.
The Ocean's 11 Reverb is like this secret weapon that people have, that a lot of pro guitarists have on their boards. If you don't have it on your board, I don't know why, especially if you want a smaller board that can do more. And that's what I want. I want a board that's as small as I can get it, that does as much as humanly possible to give me variations. So right now I'm using the Reverb on my amp, which is a Blues Junior. And even when I'm not using my amp, if I'm at a festival, I'm usually using a Reverb Deluxe, Fender Reverb Deluxe, or a Fender Hot Rod. So either way, I use the reverb from the amp. So I don't need a reverb pedal. So I use the Ocean's 11 for delay, actually. Right now I'm using the Echo, and I really, really love it. And I also like the trim. It's got like a trim effect. It's got a reverse effect that's really cool. It's got all these different things that I can just turn on and off depending on which song I'm doing and what I'm looking for. But I love the variations. You got to look both ways when you're crossing the street.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
It's very important. Anyway, where were we? This is actually helping my walk go by a lot faster. But anyway, from the Ocean's 11, it goes into the Dimension C. So the Dimension C is basically the Prince pedal. That's how I think of it, because it's the pedal that his guitar player used on Purple Rain. It's just a beautiful pedal that gives you really cool tones, and I love having it. It's a pedal that's got a lot of room for variation, just like everything else on my board. At different venues, you're gonna need different things. Sometimes you'll have to change what you have set up, dictated on where you're at, where you're performing. I feel like stuff sounds different. Like from a festival stage to a club, it's totally different. What your levels need to be to get the tone you're looking for. So just having a way to mix up your sound is always good. So from there, we move on to just some kind of magic pedal that I found.
Wingardium Leviosa.
A pedal that I just didn't even know I needed. I've always struggled with a lot of noise coming from my guitar. It's always a mess. But recently, I came upon the KMA Machine Pylon Noise Gate. When I tell you this pedal cleaned up my noise in a heartbeat, oh my God. It was like, man, why did it take me so long to figure this out? I don't know. It has completely cleaned up the noise on my pedal board and my guitar. Like my whole thing is different. I wanted a smaller footprint, so I'm really trying to condense everything. I usually use the polytuner, but they have a clip-on polytuner. So I got rid of the polytuner and now I'm using the clip-on. Now let's get to the wireless part of my situation. The Shure GLX wireless system for years. However, I've had it for so long, it's discontinued. I'm thinking about upgrading to the 16 Plus, but I've also been using this Nuix system, I think it's the B2 system, and it's such a small footprint. Once again, I love things that are small and easy. It's a really small, compact thing, and I have had no issues with it. So I know they just came out with something new as well, but I don't really want to use it. I think I'm going to stick with this. I think for bigger shows, though, I would probably want to upgrade to the Shure GLX 16 Plus. I think that's what it's called, just to be safe. And that's the end of my signal chain for my pedal board. It's amazing. I'm having a great time performing. I feel more in control of my sound at every venue, no matter what the situation. Yeah, it's the happiest I've been with my tone. So this is definitely going down as my favorite pedal board that I've put together so far. So there you have it, y'all. This is the pedal board that easily fits in my book bag, does everything I wanted to do, didn't cost an arm and a leg. I got almost every single pedal used on, I go to usually get them used on Reverb.com. It's not a sponsored video, but that's just where I get a lot of most of the pedals. And it's where I sell pedals when I'm done with them, or if they didn't turn out to be what I wanted, I sell them back on Reverb.com. It's just a great site for musicians looking for the best price. I think it's better than eBay, actually, especially with guitar pedals. I never have any issues like with how good the pedal is or anything, you know? I'm super excited because it means that when I do my new songs, it sounds so like the record. And I like that I've been able to recreate the tone that well this year. And I'm really excited about this album in general. So I'm really trying to put my best foot forward, promoting it and everything, because I just love these songs. And you know, when you write something and everything just fell into place for you, like everything I wanted to say came out in each song. Everything I wanted to play, I was able to figure out how to play. Like all of the sounds in my head, I was able to figure out a way to record them and get them out there in the world. And so every time I turn on any of the songs, it's just like this proud feeling of like, wow, I can't believe this, you know? And I can't say that I've ever felt this way. Like I've always had a feeling like, man, this was good, but wasn't as good as I really wanted it to be. But not this album. This album is totally different. So I'm really gonna enjoy performing it live and just sharing it with the fans that I have, and hopefully new fans that come along on this journey with me. And yeah. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and like the video and all of that stuff. It really helps me try to get this channel seen by more people and hopefully build a positive community for music. And if you want to watch my journey through the industry as an independent artist, this is the channel for you. If you want to learn more about what it takes to be an independent artist, this is definitely the channel for you. I'm going to be sharing all my tips and tricks and just my actual life experience doing this.
Do we have any gigs, Murray?
Oh, yes, I've got an answer for that. No.
And guess what? I finally built my own in-ear monitor system. I cannot tell. I've been researching in-ear monitors for about 6 months. And I finally built myself, which is, you don't know me that well, but I am not somebody that builds things. But I wanted it so bad that I figured it out. I got me a little pink tool kit and everything. It's adorable. But I learned how to use a drill and all that stuff. So I put together this in-ear monitor system. It's amazing. And I'm going to be walking you through that, how much everything costs, how I put it together, and what it's been like using it in my next video. So stay tuned for that. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Be good to each other. Peace.